Howling wind swept through the abandoned town of Crestfall, where the only sounds were the rustling leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. The town had been deserted for decades, ever since the tragic incident that locals still whispered about. Lena, a young journalist with a penchant for uncovering hidden truths, decided to investigate the mystery that shrouded Crestfall. She arrived just before dusk, the sun casting long, eerie shadows across the dilapidated buildings. As she walked through the empty streets, she felt an unsettling chill in the air, as if the town itself was alive and watching her. Her destination was the old Crestfall Manor, a mansion that stood at the edge of town. Legend had it that the family who once lived there had disappeared overnight, leaving no trace. The house had since gained a reputation for being haunted, but Lena was determined to uncover the truth. Pushing open the creaking front door, Lena stepped inside. The interior was frozen in time, with dusty furniture and cobwebs covering every surface. She switched on her flashlight, the beam cutting through the thick darkness. As she explored the ground floor, she found nothing but remnants of a once opulent life. It was when she ascended the grand staircase that things began to change. The air grew colder, and Lena could hear faint whispers, though she was alone. The flashlight flickered, and she heard a door creak open behind her. Spinning around, she saw a figure at the end of the hallway, a young girl in a tattered dress, staring at her with hollow eyes. Lena's heart pounded as she slowly approached the girl, who remained eerily still. "Hello?" Lena called out, her voice trembling. The girl didn't respond, but as Lena got closer, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. She could barely make out the words, but they seemed to be warning her to leave. Ignoring the warnings, Lena pressed on. The girl turned and walked into a room, the door slamming shut behind her. Lena hesitated, then followed, her curiosity overpowering her fear. She pushed the door open and found herself in a child's bedroom, filled with old toys and faded wallpaper. The girl was nowhere to be seen. As Lena stepped further into the room, the temperature plummeted, and her breath came out in visible puffs. The whispers became a cacophony, echoing off the walls. She could feel a presence behind her, but when she turned, the room was empty. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, trapping her inside. Panic set in as Lena tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, transforming into anguished screams. She spun around, her flashlight beam revealing shadowy figures moving towards her, their faces contorted in torment. She backed into a corner, her flashlight flickering and then going out completely. In the pitch-black darkness, Lena could feel the icy hands of the spirits closing in on her. She screamed, but her voice was swallowed by the darkness. Just as she felt herself being pulled into the void, a blinding light filled the room, and the figures vanished. Lena found herself outside the manor, the sun rising on the horizon. She was shivering, her breath coming in ragged gasps. The town of Crestfall was still and silent once more. She fled to her car, vowing never to return. As she drove away, she glanced in the rearview mirror and saw the young girl standing at the edge of the town, watching her leave. The girl's hollow eyes seemed to follow her, a reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved.